What's up everybody, I am Jaspreet Singh and welcome to the Minority Mindset. How much would you pay for a Rolex? I like watches. I wear one pretty much every single day. You've probably seen it in my videos, but I don't own a Rolex. Maybe I'll buy one sometime in the future, but right now I don't. I've been really into those minimalistic type watches recently, but I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw something very interesting. Pictures of babies, people arguing about politics, puppies, more politics. An ad for the standing desk I was talking to my friend about. How does Facebook know that I wanted a standing desk? I didn't even type it on Google or anything. It's weird how they can read your mind. And then there it was. An advertisement for the most affordable Rolex watch in the world for just $88 a month. That's when I started looking at the fine print. Is this a fake Rolex? Nope. It was an authentic Rolex valued at $8,000. It wasn't Rolex that was advertising this watch, it was a resale company that specialized in financing Rolexes to people who can't afford Rolexes. As you know, I'm a little weird, and when I see things like this where there are companies that only sell financed Rolexes to people that can't afford them, I get really interested. Turns out that this wasn't just one random oddball company that specializes in selling luxury things to people that can't afford them. There are a ton of these companies out there. You can finance watches, Jordans, the shoes, name brand jeans, even Gucci belts and wallets. And the best part is that these companies make you feel good for financing these luxuries that you can't afford. Get luxury now, finance later. Add the items that you want to your cart, pick which financing option you want, and then you get your product and all you have to do is make a small monthly payment for the rest of your life. Big deal though, right? I mean, $88 a month is nothing compared to the value of the Rolex, and it's a lot cheaper to buy a Rolex this way than if you bought it according to my rule of 5. If you don't know my rule of 5 is if you can't buy 5 of them, you can't afford one of them. So if you don't have $40,000 sitting in extra cash, this is outside of your savings and outside of your investments, this is $40,000 extra, you cannot afford to buy this $8,000 Rolex, and $40,000 is the bare minimum. But $88 a month, that's nothing, and people will think you're rich. I'll give you this, $88 is not a lot of money to own a Rolex, but it's not a one-time $88 monthly fee. This is an $88 monthly fee for a long time, and you're owning a low-end Rolex. Yes, $8,000 is a low-end Rolex, and you're owning something that doesn't pay you, and you're owning something and financing something that is going to depreciate in value. But that's not all. If you zoom into the fine print, you will see that you will be paying an interest rate of 10 to 30% a year to own this Rolex watch that you can't afford. Who cares? It's still only $88 a month. Well, let's look at the numbers. If instead of paying $88 a month, you invested this $88 a month and you were able to get a guaranteed 30% annual return on your money, I know that's very high, but that's how much you're paying here. If you did this for 10 years, you would be sitting on a cash pile of $75,000. If you kept this up for 20 years, you would be a millionaire. Do it for 30 years, and now you'll be sitting on $15 million from your $88 monthly Rolex investment. Do you know how much $15 million is? You could buy 100 of these Rolexes in cash without financing a single penny and still have $14 million sitting in your bank account. The majority of people always talk about, oh, I can't get a guaranteed 5% or 10% return on my money, so what's the point of investing? Well, when you go out and you finance things like this, you are giving somebody else a guaranteed 30% return on their money. So thank you for your service, I guess. And beyond just the financial cost of financing the Rolex, there's a mental aspect too. Rolexes are a status symbol. But who do you think this $88 a month Rolex is catering to? Is it the professional or the investor making $1 million a year? Or is it the broke 26-year-old kid who wants to look like he made it to all of his other broke friends? Look, it's expensive being broke because you have a whole world worth of businesses that are trying to get you to finance things that you don't need, that you can't afford, that don't pay you, paying 10%, 20%, 30%, even 100% a year in interest. This way you can look like you made it. even though the only thing you make are interest payments every single month. When you finance a Rolex because you can't afford it, you are getting the satisfaction of having it before earning it. But who wouldn't want that in the first place? I mean, it could take years of hustle and hard work to be able to actually afford a Rolex, but $88 a month, shoot, that's the shortcut and easy way to get it right now. Hello, ladies, check it out. Yeah, it's a Rolex. But there's a difference between actually making it and faking it. When you feel like you got it even though you don't, what's the motivation to keep going? I mean, you already got the Rolex. You gave yourself the reward before putting in any of the work. It's like trying to train a dog to sit, but you keep giving him a treat before he actually sits down. What's his incentive to sit down? Our minds work the same way. You're giving yourself the reward without any of the hustle. And since it's so easy to do with an $88 a month Rolex, why not do it with a fancy car and a fancy house too that you can't afford? Next thing you know, you gotta work until you're 145 years old to finally pay off the things you can't afford. You can't spend time with your family, you're always stressed about money, you have no college fund for your kids. But hey, at least you got a rollie on your wrist and a fast car in the garage. Hashtag winning. Let me just put that on the gram real quick. My advice, don't go and put that Rolex on your wrist until you can easily afford 5 of them in cash. Actually, you know what? I take that back. Go to the store, put that Rolex on your wrist and see what it's like if that's what you want, and then remember what it's gonna take you to finally be able to afford it. And if you're looking for other ways that you can earn more money on the side without quitting your job, I made a video talking about how you can do this, and I linked it in the description below for you to watch. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button and share it with one friend so we can help spread the word. Don't miss your new videos on entrepreneurship, business, and money every single week. So hit the subscribe button and the notification bell below. That way you actually find out when the new videos are released. And as always, keep hustling.